Here in the United States or in our society, I don't think they prepare for grief. You're allowed 3 days off, that's it.
The people that have never suffered that loss think they may know how to feel about it, but until you've suffered that loss, you have no clue. You wouldn't have the first clue on what the feelings actually, how they feel.
And there's nothing there that ever really fills it. There's always that void of they're gone.
How am I going to get out of this rut? How am I going to get out of this dark shadow that I'm in, this tunnel that I'm living in? I don't like living this way, but how am I going to pull myself out?
The Center for Life Experience is a community of healing and hope. It's located in Hays, Kansas. The programs are non-denominational, free of charge, and they're open to anyone who's going through difficult times in their lives.
The Center for Life Experience provides a place where people can process their grief and their struggles in the format of support groups. People find their own process in it, meaning that they don't have to share if they don't want to, and they're accepted for where they're at.
Healing After Loss is a core group at CFLE.
CFLE helps provide support to people who have suffered a loss, whether it be a child or a spouse.
After I lost my husband, you came home to an empty house, you know, and it's, where do I start over? Who am I?
In the first few months, you're totally consumed by it. You think more about the death and how it went down than you do about the life itself.
Healing After Loss of Suicide, HALOS, is dedicated to addressing the emotional impact of someone taking their own life. The goal is to help family and friends better understand questions that are often unanswerable.
After I lost my son, and I lost him to suicide, there was no support group for me to go to for loss through suicide. So my counselor that I was going to sent me to Ann, and we formed a group called HALOS, Healing After Loss of Suicide. The group has been going on since 2009 now, and it's helped. It's helped a lot to be able to talk to others.
One thing I wanted to mention, our group, we celebrate their life and not their death. Whatever anybody says is confidential. We do not judge. We just give each other support.
So in 2001, 3 other ladies and myself, that is when we started Healing Hearts Support Group.
Healing Hearts is for family members who've suffered the loss of a child.
Well, the void in our life, of course, was the loss of our son, Cody, but everything that goes with a teenager's life. You know, it all came to a halt immediately, and we missed out on things he would have done, his graduation, and hopefully a marriage, and him having children. You know, that's a big void that we're always going to have.
So we have these occasions throughout the year. We have Avenue of Pinwheels at the cemetery, and we put pinwheels down in memory of our child that we have lost. It gets very emotional to see all those pinwheels floating in the wind.
Healing Kids' Hearts is an annual day-long event specifically for children who are often the invisible grievers. They need their own space to make sense out of their own loss. We have trained volunteers who commit to spending a day with a young person as they go through activities to help them both remember and let go.
The memory box is a box where people can preserve special things that they got from the loved one. They can put in pictures. They can really put in anything that makes them remember their loved one.
And these are some pictures with me and my daddy when he was a police officer. We were in the hospital when my sister was born, and me and him and my sister on the couch together.
It is a great outreach program and a great way to reach community members and come together.
The Center for Life Experience is a community of healing and hope. We provide a space where people can heal themselves and each other. Our funding for the programs comes from donations and grants, so we can always use more. We have volunteer opportunities. We have training if you want to learn how to work with other people in this way. You can help us tell our story. We need as many people as possible to become aware of the work that we do so that they can become part of this community of healing and hope.